deck, burning down the house. Huh, huh.
I can't remember how that song
Burning down the
goes.
Does anybody know how that song goes?
I'm sure there are people. People are screaming about it.
Y'all, welcome to Below Deck.
Below Dick.
Season 6, episode... Below Deck Med, actually.
Below Deck Med.
Season 6, episode 10.
So, y'all, we're over halfway through this season, I think.
They only have 2 charters left after this.
Yeah, so
And-
it's probably going to be 17, 18 episodes.
If you haven't heard, I think we announced it on the last episode, but Below Deck, the OG's coming back October 25th.
Captain Lee!
So is this going to make this show going to go until October? Well, I guess with reunions.
With reunions, it will.
I think these reunions are going to be...
They're batshit. They're pretty batshit.
Are going to be crazy.
They usually are.
Y'all, we've got a new person coming aboard. And I'm not talking about Poodle's sex life.
That's at least a crew of 8.
At least a crew of 8. But yes.
It's Delaney.
Delaney.
Or as Lexi says, Deloney.
Lexi is a horrible person.
I like it how she was even practicing saying it. Delaney.
I was saying it because she was thinking it for like some type of like Satan doll she was going to make later.
Delaney's going on her list, I'm sure, her burn list.
It's true. So
God, Delaney is such a hipster girl who works in a Brooklyn bookstore.
I have no idea why she's on a boat.
No, I'm just saying that, but that name.
Oh, that name, yeah. It does sound like something someone would sing about. Instead of Taylor the latte boy, it'd be Delaney. The bookstore girl.
Delaney, the bookstore girl. She tells me where the Harry Potter collectibles are. Delaney, the bookstore girl. I'd date her if I wasn't homosexual.
Homosexual.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Delaney.
Okay.
So, again, we're just coming off of reeling. We're reeling still because of Katie telling...
Lexi.
Of ruining Lexi's life.
Destroying
by
her.
telling her that ranks for stews don't matter.
No.
Because it's the only way she knows what's up and down.
Yeah, she said, so really this next trip, I'm going to do no ranks. No ranks.
Y'all.
No ranks.
Lexi is the worst actor. Because she's like, okay.
She went, oh.
And her eye starts twitching.
Oh. Okay.
But how will I make sure everyone knows I'm better than them?
And she's like, I just think her decision is idiotic. It doesn't make sense at all. Maybe because if you weren't a lazy fuck and did your job, it makes sense.
So let's talk about Delaney, y'all, because a lot of confusing information was thrown at us about this person.
It was.
All I could think of is she looks just like Melanie from Scandal. She looks like the first lady.
I'm just going to say that. Get it out. Poodle. Y'all, you know that like
here's
Poodle,
the thing.
Hold on, let me finish. Poodle comes from me all because y'all know that I have a speech impediment, and I don't mind it. It's a lisp. I don't mind it all because because normally you do what you can, but a lot of times you can't change them. However, and I know I watched this and I went, oh, Poodle's going to be bothered about this, and he's not going to be able to say anything about it because we're not going to make fun of people with speech impediments.
It's low hanging fruit, and I'm not going to do it.
But as soon as she said, I realized I could get, what did she say? I
could get more Cheerios.
I could get more Cheerios if I kept speaking incorrectly. I went, oh, Poodle's going to have a problem with this.
Now, here's what I have to say. And it's kind of my theory in this is a sadder theory than what happens.
Okay.
She needs to be the one to make the joke first.
I think
she needs to be this speech impediment is real.
Yeah,
for her. Mm-hmm. Because this is a story she's told 1,000 times or 10,000 times.
It's probably hard because you've got to like you've got to like announce something to everyone in a new situation that you don't even think about.
And you have to make the joke first. Yeah. You have to say, and so I decided it was easier. I would get more Cheerios if I sounded like I had a speech impediment.
I don't even know if the story is true.
That's the thing.
Tell people that,
and I'm going to leave this as a marker for when she, on her CV, she said she was a deck stew when she really had no stew experience. This is all about trying to make her, she thinks, part of her still thinks it's shameful she has a speech impediment.
Yeah.
And even though she acts like it's not.
So you're thinking that's like, you're talking about because that's like a metaphor for putting on airs for other things in her life. I like that idea.
Bitch could not stop mentioning high school and grades she got. Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
It's like, in high school, I would get better grades because I would never get an unsatisfactory. Who gets unsatisfactories in high school? You get those in elementary school.
Oh, I played high school where I got an unsatisfactory.
Yes. And you wanted one.
I needed extra credit, yes, to make up for it. I'm going to tell you all this, and I'm sorry if I'm about to crush you. No one gives a fuck if you were valedictorian in high school.
And it sounds,
no one gives a
it sounds desperate
fuck.
when you say it.
No one gives a shit.
You know what my valedictorian in high school is doing right now?
What?
I don't know.
Mine didn't even finish college.
Wow.
Dropped out.
I'm just saying it's not necessarily a marker for success.
No, it's not.
And
the salutatorian, she did well, but I think now, and then she quit her. What?
I wasn't salutatorian. I think I was number 4.
Oh, she ended up leaving to
my class rank because we all gave speeches. They gave like the top 8 people. We have speeches.
8 people got speeches.
They were small speeches.
Not everybody gets to speak. You weren't valedictorian. You shouldn't have got a speech.
I don't think the
if you're
guidance
not top
counselor,
2, you lost.
I don't think the guidance counselor and the faculty advisors had a lot of faith in our.
Y'all, not everyone can get a prize in life.
No, I'm saying they wanted graduation to be good. So they had the top 8 people give a speech.
But you know how long that was
No,
for
it wasn't.
everybody?
We all had like 10 minutes. Or maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
I want you to put yourself in a place now. If you were an adult and you went to your nephew's graduation and they said there's going to be 8 speakers, what would you do?
I'd go out. I'd leave. I'd go on Grindr or picklefinder.net and find someone there and go fuck in the bathroom.
Exactly.
And Jace Anthony. I'm proud of you.
Actually, Jake's going to be that uncle that when their nephew or nieces graduate from high school, you're going to be like, it's high school. It's not a big deal. Everyone does it.
I'll send him a gift.
You'll go. You got to go to that.
Why?
I will make you go.
I might, I don't think my aunt or uncles went to my college graduation or my high school graduation.
Really?
No. A lot of them worked in the school, though, so they're already going to be there.
Well, you're going to go.
Okay.
You're gay, uncle. We've got to do more.
I kind of feel like I would go more to their elementary graduation than high school.
Well, whatever.
Because that feels like...
I feel like you would go because
them not being
education's so
kids.
important to you and you want to support that. Like you want to... No, I don't mean the past.
No,
I mean,
that
like,
was so bad.
I didn't mean... No, I meant that like your other brother, like like...
They think that too.
Oh, see, my brothers, like they were education, but they also did, sports and all that.
I don't feel
but I'm very
like,
close with my nephews.
I don't feel like I have to. Well, you grew up with them.
I didn't.
Were you were near them when they grew up?
I wasn't.
Really?
No, not at all. I just was very, very close to them. But I think your youngest one might be gay, so you'll go to his.
How old were you when they were born?
I was 20 when my first one was born, and then 23 when the second one was born.
But you saw them enough.
I saw them like once every 3 months, but not like once a year. Yeah.
I just lived far away.
I think it's going to be good. Maybe
we
I'll
still
go,
FaceTime.
Maybe I'll go with you, and you can wear like an ascot and a cape, and just sit up there in sunglasses watching them
and go Arthur.
We're off
Bravo.
course. Somebody just listened and said, "I thought they were talking about below deck."
No, you took me off. Anyway, no, I was saying about Delaney. People are going to come at her and saying, "Oh, this is all garbage. She's making up." here's the thing. Everything she's saying, she has a speech impediment. She's very insecure about it.
Yeah.
This is her way of disarming the situation.
Yeah.
My thing with, I guarantee you she goes through life, is she's always worried about being called out, so she always puts on airs to be something she's not.
We've done that with being gay. We're really not this gay. We just put on airs so that way nobody makes fun of us.
You're this gay.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So, y'all, anyway...
How old were you when you were singing Linda Ronstadt?
I wasn't sitting Cinda. Well, yeah, I was.
Mama, I love that Linda Ronstadt singer. Do you love her too, Mama? God, Jaybird.
But here's the thing. She tells Captain Sandy, I was a deck stew. I could do both because she worked on a charter boats.
Yeah.
And we find out she has no stew experience.
No stew.
She wasn't even.
She's never worked on a boat this size.
No. She worked on charter boats. She said, I was good with usually putting out Costco platters, and then we were done. So she was more of a tour guide, really.
Like
and
the kind of boats that Poodle and I could afford.
Yeah. She was on like a big pontoon.
Where they hand you like a can of Busch beer, and you say thank you. And you feel class, and you say things like, don't you feel classy?
So anyway, Katie is having Katie is of course having another torturous meeting with Captain Sandy.
You know, every time she walks up there, I just go, poor Professor Katie.
Every time she has to go up
Night
there
and day she works all day. Poor Professor Katie.
And I see Captain Sandy's face go, hey, so I think this is the time for our first Below Deck Theater.
Is this our first?
Yes. I think so.
Professor Katie.
Suck
a dick.
I'll be playing the role, of course, of Captain Sandy Yawn.
I'll be playing the role of Katie. All right. And scene.
Well, hey there, Miss Katie.
Hello.
So glad you came up to the bridge.
Hi, let me just brush my hair on my face. It's
you've been working hard. You're always sweating.
It's getting worse and worse progressively as the trip goes on.
Yeah, I can see your anxiety flaring.
I'm fine.
I can see it.
I'm fine.
You know,
I'm
I still, Katie, I got to tell you,
Yeah.
I'm still I'm still a little concerned about your leadership skills here.
What?
I want you to lead by example.
Well,
and I hope you can take what I like to call this thing. Pretty sure I'm the one who came up with it.
Yeah.
It's called constructive criticism.
Okay.
So you
Yes,
take my criticism and you construct something out of it. Like a little, I don't know, log cabin or a golfing bag.
Well, she's never.
Do you like to golf, Katie?
No.
Love it.
No, it's not.
Love golfing.
Cricket.
It's a sport more women should do.
My tennis. Quite nice.
Here's the thing. I'll cut through the bullshit with you,
she's
Katie.
never worked. You know, she's never been a stew.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Yeah.
She's
here to stew.
It's your decision.
What?
It's your decision.
What?
Do you want to keep her on?
But
this is completely up to you.
But you told me that
Not familiar.
she was already hired and that we need to.
I don't remember that at all. You were the one who said you needed.
No, we were down by the kitchen.
Katie,
you said,
Katie.
Okay.
Katie.
Oh.
I want you to lead, Katie.
Okay.
I want you to lead.
All right.
And I remember you said you needed someone.
Sure.
And even instead of getting someone who is obviously mentally ill like Lexi, I've decided to make this 3 times as hard as it would be for you. And adding another person and also going over you.
Okay.
And so I'm going to need to answer it from you.
But it's still.
Do you want her? This is all on you. It's all on you. This is all on you.
Excuse me one second.
Because if you fail, it's up to you. It's all on you.
Just 1 second.
So this was good talk. I'll have your decision in about an hour.
Thank you, Captain.
And scene. Y'all, this is textbook Sandy.
This
is
horrible to do to her. She is just.
So you're now starting to see
now I get
why I despise her.
Because when you
in
first
every
see
way.
Captain Sandy, you're like, okay, she seems like she's
Oh, she's so awful.
She seems like she wants to give people autonomy.
No.
And she wants them to feel empowered.
She likes sticking her hand in enough to cause absolute chaos and then letting everyone know, I'm letting you make the decision. She's Mama Plath. She's fucking Mama Plath.
She's telling them to clean up the shit.
Yeah.
And y'all, Katie...
That's what leadership is.
Katie is stressed the fuck out.
Leadership is gaslighting the fuck out of everyone on your boat.
10 years ago, she took one leadership conference in Tampa, and now she's an expert.
You can have the life you want.
When she said, Katie, this is your decision, my jaw dropped along with Katie's. When Katie just went...
She's like, wait, Gary, roll the tape.
Yeah.
Well, no, this whole time, she's basically been pushing Katie to say, because Sandy will never take responsibility for anything.
Never. And so she meets Delaney. She takes Delaney, and Katie's like, that's where Katie said, so you've never been on a boat this big before. She's like, well, you're a stewardess now.
Delaney's like, so wait, people sleep here?
Yeah,
no, I shouldn't say
like,
that,
what?
but I was
There's
like,
beds?
There are beds? There's toilets?
And Lexi's, Delaney, I will kill you in the night, Delaney.
Anyway,
It's ironic that, y'all, I'm shocked at this trip. We were wrong. We were dead wrong. And maybe it will change. We thought there was going to be so much drama
with the charter.
They're the least of concern.
There's just one drunkie. There's just one drunkie, Danielle.
These seem like, even though their dietary restrictions are ridiculous, these seem like fun gals.
They're having a good time. Danielle's trying to twerk over the side of the boat, so that may be a problem.
Y'all.
She's drunk, y'all, when she gets to the boat.
Danielle is me in my late 20s when I got really drunk. I'm just gonna say, y'all. I've humped street signs.
Yep.
I've humped street cones. I don't sexually harass people when I'm drunk. Just objects.
You grabbed people.
No, who?
You grabbed people's penises.
One or two straight men, that were flirty.
I'm surprised you haven't been Me Too'd.
They
So they were flirt. They asked for it. Is that what you're saying?
They don't ask for it. They tell me.
Oh, I got it.
I get straight men.
They tell you.
I've literally gotten drunk and had a straight man say, "Can you tell me if I have a nice dick?"
Oh, so they always tell you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've had that where guys, right? Okay, just me.
Yeah, I think you may make that up in your head.
I'm just saying.
So basically, you guys, Mathew is losing his mind because of all these dietary restrictions. Yep. Also, I wrote down my 3 least favorite words when meeting new people. I'm a hugger. That's what that woman says.
Yeah, that's what she says.
And she's like grabbing on to all the people.
Courtney's
sad because she doesn't know what's going on with this new woman.
She feels disrespected, like she's working for nothing. And also she says,
I don't blame her. And
she honestly says, this person should not accept this job.
Yep.
If they were told, and I don't know if it's because it's a COVID thing and they couldn't get a lot of people quarantined.
This is Captain Sandy bullshit.
I think it's Captain Sandy and probably a bit of production.
Yeah.
Thing.
Oh, I will say, they're less so on regular Below Deck. The producers do get involved in this show.
I think you almost, especially in COVID, you probably kind of have to in this show.
Yeah.
So
also, y'all, even though we've had Lexi's been a nightmare, the majority of people have been, the majority of the rest of the deck crew, Malia has behaved herself.
They have.
Everyone, mostly because of Katie being really good at her job. And not being...
Katie is really good at her job.
And not being a busy bee like Kate Chastain would, and not creating a kind of an environment of fear or something like that. Or even Hannah. Hannah was a bit of a mean girl, and she'd take shots at people. Katie is the exact opposite of that. And I think I think the producer's like, we got to shake this shit up.
I love Katie.
Yeah, she's pretty great. But I was reminded today about there was an early season of Below Deck that was on. I was just like had my TV on, and I think it was like season 1 or 2, and it was like that fucker Danny who basically came up with this little twerp who was like all the male guests were like giving him his extra MVP tip. And he was like going after Hannah, and she's like, "Your personality sucks." He's like, "Who the fuck are you, Smurf?" She just went after him, and that's normally the drama we have. Normally, it's persona drama, and Below Deck has a lot of that. Without Kate, it's really interesting. There's not a lot. Like last season wasn't very dramatic at all.
Well, that kind of is. There's a lot. There's usually infighting and kind of the lower levels. It all starts at the top.
Yeah. When we go to do Below Deck and we do old vintage episodes, Below Deck season 2 is going to blow your mind.
Well, I'm excited.
Especially the hot guys like Kelly.
It'll be like
you're going to lose your mind over
it's
Kelly.
Be several years.
Yeah.
Don't get excited, y'all. We got shit to do. And now people are asking us to do Vanderpump. I've never seen that show. I'm not watching that.
I'm not doing that show.
I appreciate it, but no.
Y'all, there's so many good Bravo podcasts.
I can't do
We're staying in our lane.
I can't do Vanderpump because I've been to that restaurant and it's insufferable.
The food isn't even good.
The food's not good. You can never get anyone to wait on you. The drinks aren't great.
No. Here's the reason. The reason why we did Below Deck, you guys. I've been a big fan of the show, and the show doesn't actually have a ton of podcasts that cover it.
It doesn't.
But like Housewives, so many.
If you want Vanderpump Rules, Ronnie and Ben watch
they do it, and then
they're the go-tos.
There's tons of people who do it.
Pink Shade,
they do.
Yeah, they do. Pink Shade does Vampire, and they're great too. So anyway,
Bitch
sorry,
says,
I don't mean to kill someone's dream now, but I'm just telling you.
Maybe season 29.
Yeah. Okay. So all crew gets in the wife, yes, and the women arrive. They meet everybody. They're hugging. We find out Delaney is currently not in a relationship. I think y'all, let's talk about this crew member, Danielle.
Charter guest.
The charter guest, yes, sorry. She's
got snakeskin tights.
She's already, I think, drunk.
That's what I'm saying. I think she arrived drunk.
She just arrived full on drunk. Snakeskin tights.
I like bourbon,
but
I like tequila. Anything else you want to bring me?
They're not tights, though. They are, but tights are like something you get at like Lululemon. These are actually like Angela pants from Walmart.
They are
and
Angela
they're
pants.
Tights, but then they flare out like bell bottoms. Y'all, are bell bottoms coming back in style? Because I'm not here for it.
I'm not ready for it.
I'm not ready. Let us know because we're not stylish.
So they got tons of luggage, lots of luggage.
Yes.
And Daniel's bourbon, tequila, everything. And they're twerking on the boat.
Now,
because these women read what do cool young girls do on boats. And they Googled it, and they found out they need to twerk and put it on something called TikTok. None of them know what TikTok is, but
Danielle does get drunk and tries to twerk off the end of the boat, which, again, I would have done that. I'm not going to lie. I would have done that.
Who has the twerk session? Who has to twerk?
I want a good flagpole. I'll raise that flag.
I love to twerk.
Yeah.
Got twerk on your face.
Yeah.
Lloyd. I like a good twerk.
She probably would
This is a
hook out
twerk
Lloyd.
place.
I think Lloyd would be who she would try to seduce.
Well, later on she gives a lap dance in a large fat suit to David.
To David, yes.
We'll
talk about that.
Anyway, Courtney's like, maybe perhaps do not.
Courtney's like, we can do this when we
jump
stop.
Off the railing.
No twerking on the flagpole unless we stop.
Yes.
So Katie, bless her heart, she goes down to Delaney and she's like, "So, Delaney, how's it going?" She's like brushing her hair aside, kind of breathing out. And Delaney, Katie now has become that person who comes to talk to you, and before they even say, "Hi, we need to talk," they already ran out of time to talk to you. So she's already like, Hi, how are you? Okay. And then as you're talking, she's sitting there kind of bouncing, just saying, hurry up and finish. I got to go.
Her weakness in her managerial style is that she is worried about someone's feelings first before their performance.
She cares about her.
She cares about her.
She cares about too much what people think.
I do it because I care. And Delaney's like, I'm happy to do whatever the boat wants me to do. Like the boat's like, well, honey, you're gonna go clean my cabins. Did someone say Lady Michelle?
And here's what is that Delaney says, what? She says, I'm not an idiot. I can figure this out. I understand that.
She's defensive. Yeah.
I understand you're not dumb. This isn't about being smart or being dumb.
Yeah.
This is about there is a procedural way to do things. And if you don't know how to do it, I'm not an idiot. I have never worked in this level of service. I don't think my month-long experience at serving at Interurban, serving beer rolls, would classify me to work
in a restaurant.
Ship. Even you.
I wish I had worked with you at a restaurant. I would have destroyed you. I would have bullied the fuck out of any newbie.
Yeah, you would have bullied me.
I'm like, look at this yokel over here, y'all. Spilling everything.
You would have.
And then I would have blamed you for when someone got caught with drugs. You would have been the foil.
Probably.
I'm like, let's put drugs on the newbie.
I knew the manager, though. I did musical theater with her.
Oh, okay.
That's why I got the job.
But did she have to fire you? You quit?
I quit, thankfully. Thankfully.
Serving wasn't for you because she had to talk with every customer? Probably.
I didn't mind that.
No,
I wanted to do that.
That's not, you do make small talk, but you probably didn't know what was appropriate. You probably sat there at your table and talked with them too long about their
I didn't do that.
Their teachers in school.
No, serving was the food. I didn't like smelling like food, and I didn't like handling food. Which is kind of number one thing.
That is, yeah.
The people were fine. I just didn't. And also,
but you would eat said food.
but I don't like being in the kitchen. I didn't like seeing the magic. I didn't want to sit on the line, looking to see what plates are coming. It just wasn't what I like to do. And also, everyone smoked.
Yeah,
all the wait staff smoked. I didn't smoke.
Boy, here's the thing. They probably also did drugs. You were just never in with them.
Well,
they never invited you out, did they?
I don't think I wanted to go do drugs.
No, I'm saying usually everyone goes out.
I was in a different stage of my life, though. I just graduated high school.
Oh, you were too young. Yeah.
I worked there for like 4 weeks. And the only reason I got the job is I thought that maybe I would want to wait tables when I was in college.
Yeah.
And
I think you might have been at a crappy restaurant.
No, I think I just romanticized like waiting.
Yeah.
And then I got to college and I went, oh, wait, I have a scholarship. I'm doing school and music.
That's a lot.
I don't have time
but
to work.
Honestly, you can make good money doing it. The money's good.
You make great money. It's really hard work. I'm just saying. But if you don't
Hell
like
on
food,
your feet.
Y'all, you can't work at Clinique if you don't like makeup or skincare.
That's true. So anyway, thank you for that
you brought it
digression.
Up. I didn't. I did.
Thank you.
But no, I was going to say you did work though at a snooty.
Yeah, I worked
golf.
at restaurants.
You're still not qualified to do this.
I'm not.
That's what I mean. Like this is
Absolutely
a
not.
different level. So the fact that she's like, I'm just going to get it.
And y'all, Lexi's on breakfast again. And again, worst actor. She's like, okay. And inside, she's like,
and she's like, she's giving me back to breakfast. It's just utter shit. And she even says like, I mean, come on, if no one has ranks anymore, then Katie, why don't you have a rank? And I went, wow.
That's not the way this works.
Fucking.
That's not how any of this works.
She's crazy.
I can't believe she's still there.
I can't believe either. Like, why is she not gone? Probably, the only thing I could say is that producers, for every meeting Sandy had with Katie, Katie also had a meeting with producers. They're like, Katie, we just have to keep her on because she's good TV.
Oh, Katie doesn't meet with producers. It's all Sandy. So basically, they are.
I just realized I know a producer of Below Deck.
Who?
I don't want to say.
You'll tell me later. You're so inside baseball.
No, I just realized. I don't wonder if she's still on the show.
I know
we
her
both
too.
Know her.
This is
Why are we
we're
talking
disgusting.
to her? We're gross. You know what? Let's take a commercial and we're going to go wash our mouths out. We'll be right back. We're back.
Where's my room? Where's my room?
There.
I don't know where things are. Y'all,
Danielle's friends are just eating dinner without her, and they are used to Danielle just walking off.
to sleeping through dinner.
All the time. Y'all, again, I was that drunk person in my 20s. I would just walk off and go talk to people.
I know I can pull a drunk, but you were, when you get very drunk, that's what you do.
I go wandering.
Yep. I go wandering.
Well, after midnight, looking for a dick that I can suck or sit my ass. I go a walking.
Wow.
After midnight.
Sorry, Patsy Cline.
Looking for you.
So
It could have been a long dick. It could. I'm not going to do
thank you for
I'm sorry,
sparing
Patsy
us.
Cline.
The big news here, y'all, is Mathew burns himself, and it is horrible.
That is horrible.
Like, it's not like when you burn yourself on the oven or you touch something that's hot and it gets red and makes a blister. This is actual burning of the skin.
And, it was terrifying to watch. He picked up the thing, put it in the water, and then, it went up his coat. It caught on fire. It was scary.
I don't think Mathew is safe in the kitchen. So they are.
So he's
the
they
doctor
call
comes,
the doctor.
Dr. T.
He's got a 2nd-degree burn.
Yikes.
2nd-degree burn. Y'all, that shit is painful.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it was.
Burns, you've burned yourself a lot, haven't you?
Yeah. When I cook, I burn myself a lot. I never had 2nd-degree burns, I don't think. I've had blisters. Anyway, so the deckhands, the guys are helping him out in the galley, and I'm so glad everyone pitches in. No one's an asshole about it.
No.
That's the thing. Even though there's drama, usually there's asshole personas, and a lot of them are these hyper macho deckhand guys. We just don't have those.
Do you
this
think
season.
a lot of it is because of COVID, a lot of people are just grateful to work because everything's shut down?
Could be. We just don't have an Ashton or a Zhao or just.
Those are dumb names.
Well, they're both South African names.
Oh, then maybe they're. normal for them.
I think maybe Zhao was. Maybe Zhao was South African still. I think he was.
Okay.
But there's just not a lot of meatheads who are full of themselves.
Okay.
Like the one last time, I think it was part of season 5. It was some Below Deck. Or what was his name? Pete. Pete had to be edited out because he said all kinds of racist shit online, and they re-edited the season after
he
that.
He was hot though.
He has a huge dick because he's on OnlyFans.
Okay, we need to move on.
And it's a beautiful penis. He's a terrible person with a beautiful penis.
We're moving on.
It's unfortunate.
Favorite line in the hot tub. So we're in Seamanich, right? Sea bitches. Right? Who cares? I don't care where we are.
Did you hear Danielle say, getting ready for my big debut?
And we're like...
Takes her 3 hours to get dressed, y'all.
That's when Lexi watched out and she says, so Deloney's here for all of you.
Deloney. Y'all say hello, Deloney. They'll go, Deloney!
Deloney! Anyway.
It's Delane. It's fine.
So, yeah. They're all pitching in the kitchen. Danielle's looking for her room.
Then Katie is summoned to the bridge again.
Oh.
By everyone's favorite, Captain Sandy Yawn.
Is it time again?
It's time for another.
Time for a part 2
of the same theater.
Oh, you did that?
Oh, no.
No, that's Dixie.
Now I just sang Dixie. So I'll be playing the role of Sandy. So here we go.
I'll be right there, Captain. Be right there.
Great. Wow, the sea at night. Look at this. It's good to be a woman with the hands on the ship tonight. Good to be in control. Makes my vagina...
Hello, Captain.
Oh, it's just having a thought about you.
Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Here, get another meeting.
You know how I
meeting.
told you...
One of plenty. Just another.
You know how I
One of
told
many,
you...
6 million meetings.
I told you
Oh,
it was
God, I
all
can't
your
do this.
decision.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw another wrench in your works here.
Yes. What?
Here's the thing.
Yeah. Yes. What?
Talk to the cabin
I'm in a
people,
hurry.
the people of the
Hurry.
company.
Talk quicker. Talk quicker, please. I'm in a hurry.
You know, Katie, reminds me of a time
Oh, God.
when I was out on an old harpoon vessel.
Oh, I'm really in a hurry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Harpoons, really.
I really enjoy our time together.
You've been whaling, have you?
It was a very strange 3 weeks on a whaling vessel.
It's like Moby Dick.
I looked when my eyes, I saw a beast out there.
Yes.
I saw the whale, and I thought, I don't know, are you doing this right? Could I give you some constructive criticism, whale?
Captain, I just,
Yeah. Oh, what are you saying? You got to go?
Dessert. Yes, got things to do.
Oh, yeah. You are kind of in charge of this.
Yes,
and I am keeping you from your job being up here.
But I'm happy to be here.
But here's the thing.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing, Katie.
Yes.
That's your name, right?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Here's the thing, Katie.
Okay.
Talk to the owners of the company. And because I've been so lax about deciding about cabins and people fucking in cabins before.
Yeah, I took care of the, by the way, I took care of the cabins, all sorted out. Everyone's peachy clean. It's going to be great.
You did really good.
Appreciate it.
I'm not through messing with shit yet.
Well, pardon.
So, turns out
really
they're
have to
not
go.
going to let people share a cabin because evidently we're back in 1960.
Oh, really?
So,
really?
here's
I
the
wasn't
thing.
alive then. Wouldn't
Remember,
know.
Katie,
Wouldn't know about 60s.
you did this.
Okay,
So,
I did.
the consequences are you're going to have to flip all those cabins and you need to do it today. The one thing I can see is Martin, who, even though I'm a lesbian, I somehow fantasize about.
Okay. Well,
Martin's going to stay. Mathew is going to stay in Martin's cabin.
Okay. Well, can I?
And then I'm going to have you stay up all night long.
Okay. Can I?
And
leave
then
now? I'm in a hurry. Really,
and then I want you to.
got lots
It's
to
like I
do.
told the whale that one time.
Oh God.
I want you to lead.
Take me. Yes.
I want you to lead.
Yes, I'm trying to lead right now.
Then I harpooned him
Yeah, but I don't.
in the eye,
Oh, wow.
and I showed him who's boss.
That's okay. Well,
You can get that full story in my weekend of
Yeah,
entrepreneurship. So take that, Katie.
the weekend of, I don't want to ask. I don't
Boca
wanna-
Raton.
Oh.
Going out. That'll be all.
Thank you, Captain.
Y'all, if you've been watching this show for a while, you know what a pain in the ass cabins were last season. And she got up all in the business of cabins.
So, this is me. I guess it's annoying, and I know they're tired, but I'm like, you're moving rooms.
It's a big deal because we're more than, they've already done it once though.
They have
remember?
already- yeah.
Because they've had to split up for Lexi. The boys have had to, and it's usually due to people fucking who want to stay, and it's never been a big problem before.
Wait. So people that are different sex get into a same cabin so they can fuck?
Yeah.
Oh.
So apparently we've decided it's a problem now, and it's never because
So people have been on different sexes
here's the
before.
thing. Malia threw a big fit about Tom the chef staying in her cabin, separate, opposite sex cabins. Threw a fit. Captain Sandy supported her in this, and they had to completely. And that was one of the reasons Hannah had a problem with it. One of the reasons that, in my opinion, and a lot of people's, that Malia tried to get rid of Hannah. So that's why this whole thing is absurd. And it's stupid.
So you think because of drama in the past, the company now has made a decision they don't want that anymore?
I think this is production, honestly. I think, or they're trying to make Katie jump off the boat.
But what if we find out the name of this season actually is When is Katie Jumping Off the Boat?
Seriously.
Poor Professor Katie.
So basically, you just have to know that Martin is, for the rest of the charter, Martin's going to stay with Matt, or Matt's going to stay with Martin. Y'all.
Find that Instagram, sissies. Find it.
I would gladly burn myself to stay with Martin.
Gladly.
Oh my God, he's gorgeous.
Oh.
Jesus.
He just has a pretty beard you want to jizz on.
I agree. Just rub it in.
Yeah. Yeah, you like that, matey. Someone was just cooking and just went, fuck, to turn it off because their little toddler.
Their little 3-year-old went, Mommy, I want carrots.
Y'all, sorry if you get reality gay.
You can fast forward when we're talking about a shiny-faced guy because of a jizz beard.
It's kind of my favorite stories. People in Starbucks, an auto mechanic.
Oh, that's mine.
Tell us when you get reality gayed.
Boy, sometimes it's when it's your Starbucks employee and we're talking about foreskins. And sometimes you get a good response. Sometimes like, yeah, I hear you, girl.
I really hope it's at Chick-fil-A.
Me too.
And the manager just hears her going, and then he butt fucked me.
So anyway, Z is talking about smelling like love potion. I didn't really understand what happened here.
It was like, yeah. So
Danielle shows up at 11:30.
Yeah, she's like, I'm a freak in the sheets, but a lady in the and I went, did Danielle get our merch? Because y'all, you can go to the merch store and get Maddie in the streets, Poodle in the sheets.
Yes.
Get your merch at Reality Gaze Podcast. All the proceeds of merch go to a charity each month.
So later on, she does. Captain Sandy's like, if she's gonna stay, we got to change those cabins. Again, Captain Sandy makes it seem like Katie has made this decision.
She really does.
And
she really does.
Anyway.
So David gets a lap dance from Danielle.
And the weather's shitty, y'all. The weather's starting.
So it's the next day, the second day of the charter. It's the weather is really, really terrible. And Lexi's like, I don't have an issue changing cabins. I don't want to stay with my chief stew.
Yeah.
Y'all, because it's ironic. Katie and Lexi are a great example of Katie cares about what people think. She also she cares about what people think about her.
Yeah.
And not in a good way. As a leader, you do need to care about those things. But remember, y'all, what other people think of you is none of your business.
Yeah.
But because of that, she's been trying. She doesn't want Lexi. She doesn't want to rile Lexi up, and she doesn't want Lexi to be mad at her. But in essence, because she's been treated her with kid gloves, Lexi hates her more than anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
So it happened anyway.
Weirdly, I think Lexi would almost respect someone like like Kate Chastain.
I think if Lexi put authority down, because she talks so much about authority, and Katie said, "Look, I'm Chief Stew.
Yeah,
this is the way it's going down.
She's
this
starting
is
to do that, and it's happening a little late.
You can't, yeah.
But anyway, so Katie goes up to Lainey and says she's thinking, okay, I've got to fix this because cabins are going to be a nightmare.
Y'all, she's throwing up.
Yeah.
Katie grows and throws up. She stressed her so much. And so she goes to Delaney and she's like,
You said you were more of a Dex
I'm going to tell her. Basically, she's going to fire her.
Yeah.
To say it's not a time. So Katie's like, you said you're more of a Dex too, You
really weren't truthful, and
it's not really against you, but with all the regulations, it's too much for what it's worth. And I think we're going to have to let you go.
It's unfair to assume how I would act and how I would do anything. I've been doing a good job so far. Already,
and
y'all.
then we hear Captain Sandy say, "Oh, the storm is coming."
She did.
Y'all, that's pitch perfect. This is foreshadowing.
And then that's when she goes, I got an unsatisfactory grade, and I would argue with my teachers. I would get more Cheerios.
And I want to say, life is not high school, girl.
She mentions it like 4 times.
And the deal is, again, Katie, she acquiesces because she's like, well, she is right because she is doing a good job. But here's the deal, is that it's not that she's doing it. It's just she's not She's never done anything like
We're,
this.
to handle this the Kate Chastain way would be, look, honey, she'd probably grab her hand and say, look, you and I both know you're out of your depth here. Not giving her a chance to talk. And say, I can tell you're not really happy, and here's what's going to happen. I'm sorry we did this, but it didn't really work out. Now we're going to change cabins. We can't have any more disorder on the charter because that's the most important thing. The most important thing.
And she probably would. What a leader would say. This is really on us. This is our mistake.
Yes.
This is. I apologize for wasting your time.
Yep. Anyway, but
instead, Katie's like,
at the end of the charter, we'll see. She says it very kind of short.
And yes,
Delaney's like, what about the end of the whole season? And I'm like, oh God.
Oh,
y'all. But the only
spoiler alert: she's gonna stay at the end of the charter, and then Katie's not gonna be able to fire her.
Yep.
And she's gonna stay on
because Captain Santa like. I just want you to give her a chance.
And I'm telling you now, Lexi, Courtney, and Delaney are all going to be staying in the same room when this happens. It's not going to go good.
It will be a mess.
I'm telling you now, Lexi and Delaney are going to go at each other.
Well, I don't know if you've heard this. Lexi's already said she's not going to the reunion.
Really?
Yes. She's become quite notorious on social media.
So she's one of those people who doesn't own her shit, which is what we said before.
No.
I have no respect.
Never.
I think she probably leaves early because when they showed for the coming up on the rest of the season of they barely showed Lexi at all.
Possibly. The only cliffhanger we're left is Malia's outside about to get struck by lightning, and Captain Sandy's like, Malia, it's gonna pass. I don't know what to tell you. The lightning is more afraid of you than you are of the lightning.
Thanks, Captain. Y'all, that's the show. Thank you for joining us on this journey.
I really do.
Okay episode, but I think next episode's gonna be great.
I need to next time I do Captain Sandy, I need to get up and cross my arms. It's really the only way I can get her essence.
Understand. Yeah.
I can do it here, but I don't have the same level of apathetic judgment.
Yeah, maybe listen to some Creedence Clearwater Revival in the background before you start, just to get you into character.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah,
she loves them.
Janice Ian, or someone like that. I learned the truth at 17. You have no idea who that is, right?
Not familiar.
Yeah.
Y'all, that's the show.
Was made
you can find us at realitygazepodcast.com.
Do this outro of Janice Ian at 17.
I'm not playing. We can't play the rights to this song. You can also find us on Twitter at realitygazepod.
Just because you don't know it, you bitch.
No, you can sing it.
Fine.
So anyway, y'all, also you can find us on Cameo. Poodle has taken to doing cameos in bed.
I did it once.
Did you have your shirt off?
No. Oh, I had clothes on.
But if you want a bedroom story,
boudoir cameo,
maybe you need.
I was uncomfortable when I did it.
Maybe you need Poodle to give your boyfriend sex talk. Come at Poodle on Cameo.
I showed this person my headboard, and I said, if these walls could talk.
Boy, hoped you wiped the jizz off of it from that you saw whenever you moved.
Not familiar.
Anyway, y'all, that's the show. We appreciate. Hey, go to Apple Podcasts and leave a 5-star review. We greatly appreciate that. Also, y'all, we are bowled over that our first live show sold out in 4 days.
Yay!
We kind of can't believe that. We appreciate it so much. Never fear. We are planning not a full tour yet. We kind of need to see what's going to happen in the world. But we are planning some live shows in New York and Chicago.
In early 2021.
And hopefully
22.
another LA date. So those will be happening next year. So we appreciate you all very, very much. And until then,
Anchors again!